Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the official ARK Podcast number 72. My name's Brad, and I'm here with the core team. Your host tonight, as always, our illustrious leader, Atlas. The floor is yours, sir.
Thank you for the introduction, Brad. Folks, welcome to tonight's podcast. This is podcast number 72 here at ARK, and we're quite excited. Fantastic day. We had almost a 2-hour AMA over at the Future Lounge. Shout out to Kay, the owner of the lounge, as well as Sam, the host. He did a fantastic job. Great conversation. We great opportunity to really connect with folks that have not heard of ARK before and are looking really for that passive income play. It was around 140 people that came in, and surprisingly, they mostly all stayed with us. As one of the first things that Kate did was explain to the community that he's an investor here. He's actually a syndicate founder who invested into ARK back around February, March last year. The seed investors that were key to getting us here. So really a great time. We saw the Telegram group also grow from that. They have a syndicate wallet over there. So let's give them some time to really come over here and meet us, ask more questions as we understand that this is all new and foreign to them. They generally buy like meme coins and shit coins and stuff like that. But, the DGens are looking for a solid passive income play with a little bit of time, due diligence, and asking a couple of questions. We know that we can get a new investor in here and making their 2% and being able to go into the vault, participate in the Spark prize pool, or have a legacy NFT that are just continuously printing. It's quite fantastic. So we're also going to be doing some more AMAs very soon. Next week we've got a couple of things planned that I'll be releasing, as well as tomorrow we're going to have 2 guests coming from Australia that did a fantastic video. I think one of my favorite videos of ARK, and we're going to go and review that. I'll let Brad handle that during all the board sessions. So that's going to be pretty exciting to have those 2 guests. They're investors here. They're so happy with the way everything's working. I mean, we're getting so much feedback. Also, a lot of folks are really enjoying the update to our Telegram group. The language channels, having tech support in-house, just makes it a lot easier for our admins to be able to see exactly when somebody might be having a question and raising their hand. So that's pretty much it for my side of things, opening up and giving you my updates. We're going to go ahead and turn it over to Mr. Brett Norton. How are you doing tonight, sir?
Doing great. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was a busy day today, huh?
Yes, sir.
Still going. But yeah, so we had a great AMA over there at the Futures Lounge with Kay. Great questions, another well-balanced AMA. Great community, very active. The TG was just flying with questions, and it was great to see all the interest that's brewing with ARK. And just been cruising around on some of the other Telegram channels and things associated on Discord and everywhere else, and we're definitely buzzing right now. There seems to be a lot of interest coming in from all over the place. I saw in some of the other Telegram channels people that were brand new to crypto finding their way in and asking about ARK. So all the community outreach and everything that we're doing, I'm sure we're going to have some discussions about that with Brad a little bit later in his session. But yeah, everything seems to be percolating up right now. So it's good to see the new year. People are looking for a fresh start, looking for that passive income, and this is a great place to be. Just feeling more and more confident every day, about what we've built, the UI, the contracts, everything is getting tightened up. And, Crypto Jan's doing a lot of work in the background. We have an analytics project T-Drip had mentioned it in the main chat today, and I just thought I'd bring it up. But we will have a Dune analytics page. It's kind of an official one that we're building ourselves. There are some, or at least one other that I know of for ARK that's on Dune, and I think that link was shared out in our main Telegram today. Also, we're getting much closer with the web app development, so that's moving along quite nicely. We're in the coding phase of the front end of a couple of the D-app pages, so that's moving along great, and we're seeing good progress on that end. So we're really confident in that, end of Q1, by the end of Q1, having that web app available. We're hoping much sooner, but I think as a general rule, we're sticking to our roadmap, which is good to see. We still have the ARK contest going. A lot of people jumping on that one. 1,000 BUSD to 5 different winners, so 200 BUSD each is the giveaway on the ARK. Just add that to the name in your Telegram, and you'll be qualified to win. And let's see what else we have. I think that's about all the big things. Can you think of anything else, Atlas, or any AMAs we've got popping up the next week or so?
I just remembered something. I haven't posted it yet, but we did our first Chinese paid YouTube. I think the guy has 43,000 crypto investors in that channel. We had a shout out to Tony, our ARK ambassador for the China community and admin. He's out of Canada, really nice person. He's a businessman himself and a great investor. And I had him, really analyze, because you can't just go and spend money with these Chinese groups thinking that you're going to get something out of it. You got to be really careful, guys, with that type of stuff. So, he can really do due diligence and see what's viable and who's legit and who's botted, and if there's comments. And he did a really good job and put me in contact, because I had a couple of them reach out to me and just didn't feel comfortable. I needed more help. I needed some advice. So Tony really stepped up. He pulled this guy over, and I'm very curious to see how that's going to play, and can it come at a better time as we've integrated our Chinese language into our Telegram. So,
yeah,
we wouldn't post. You wouldn't be able to understand it if we posted.
Yeah,
I
watched the whole video. He went into the contracts, into the code depth. It was great. I was blown away. I was like, I have no idea what he's saying, but he really seems to know what he's doing. He went through all the contracts, through the white paper. He bounced back and forth. I was really impressed, and he was calling out code functions, and it was really cool to see. That reminds me, we had several videos today. I was thinking back as to what I spent a lot of time on today, but it was watching videos. SK did his live walkthrough on a syndicate airdrop, which was really great. If you guys haven't seen that, go check that out. We had DeFi Club, another video from DeFi Club, and that was a really good overview and a lot of excitement there for ARK. Crypto Unlimited 22 popped another video today, him and Johnny Fawcett and DeFi Diva. So that was another one that I watched, and that was a great one too. That one I just saw recently before we were coming on the podcast today. So yeah, a lot of great content developers and people getting out there. Catalyst did one a couple days ago, and I know he missed the AMA. I think it was yesterday that he missed the AMA, but he had an article that he put out about CWR. So I'm not sure if he's around today, but we may be going through some of those on Brad's session. I don't want to steal the thunder on that, but yeah, a lot of content. If you guys sift through the Telegram channel, you'll see a lot of those. Go like and subscribe, share, clap up, whatever you can to help support those community members generating that content for ARK. It really helps have that positive message out there when people go to search for ARK and they see a supportive community and a lot of positive messages about the project. So that's about it, unless you could think of anything else I might have missed.
No, that was great. I don't know how I forgot about that. We've been so busy, but man, what a day! It was just like, having SK and Chris Durden. I mean, he's just flat out saying, "This is my favorite project in DeFi," and he's got a fantastic community over there, and like you said, so much enthusiasm. Mad Hatter too from Discord. Oh yeah, there's something there. I have to look at the date, but we've been invited to play poker with a couple of other project developers. I know AJ from he's going to be there, and a couple of other folks. So yeah, pretty interesting. I don't know how that's going to happen on Discord at some point, but yeah, I mean, look, the feedback's been great to see folks step up like that. The video that Bizey Dips did the other day blew me away because, again, you see them really, these are real folks with real lives that are, dedicated crypto investors. They've been around the block. They've been bullshitted. They've been lied to, and they've seen teams that are doing the right thing, and just the confidence that they have with what we're doing, and the way they're earning, and really involved into the system. Really amazed with the way that everything we're doing here. To see that feedback, man, is just golden. It's very fulfilling, and just reassures that it's all been worth it, and everything we're going to continue to do is going to be worth it because the folks are reacting, they're responding. So very, very positive, man. Huge smile on my face. So I think we're going to go ahead. Let's see. We still didn't reach the same time we did yesterday. Should we do the Spark first, or should we do the all aboard session first? What do you guys think?
I don't know. What have we got going on for the all aboard session today, Brad? Is it going to be a long one or a shorter one?
So Catalyst had an article, but he's not even with us yet, and he wanted to put some finishing touches on it. So we will go over a Medium article that I wrote about 3 or 4 days ago for this evening. Probably take, anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes to go over that. So how long have you got until you need to fire the Spark Rewards Atlas?
It's actually fine. It's okay. We're not in a rush, and we're pushing on the line of another all-time high. Maybe somebody is in a hurry. Put your hand up. Or we could just do that section. For me, I'm open to it.
I think if we did Brad's session, we would get more claps if we did it before the Spark.
Okay, let's go then. We're not going to release the Spark until we get some claps. Actually, speaking of that, let me log into Medium. And let's go ahead and get started. All aboard!
Awesome. I just had one of my friends who's an investor with us. He was in the pre-sales, and he's a legacy NFT holder. He just rang me, and he's FOMOing, and he said, Brad, everything's going so well. I get paid at the end of the month. I want to buy. I want to duplicate my setup and get another silver NFT. Excuse me. Start a new wallet. Is there definitely going to be a silver NFT at the end of the month? They're not all going to sell out, are they? Like, do you think there'll be one there? I said, you calm down. It's all good. You have time. No worries. And he's super excited. He's been with us since phase 1. So it's great to see that his investment is growing and doing really well. And he's super excited and can't wait until he gets paid in the real world, so he can get another wallet in ARK and get another legacy NFT and have the same setup twice. So that's a nice bit of news as well.
Sounds great, man. I heard James at the water cooler. He's also FOMOing in to get him.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Perfect.
So, as I said, this is an article I wrote a few days ago. So the figures that I've displayed here are 3 days old, so they will only be higher than they are now. This article's had some good response. I've got 485 claps, and picked up some new followers. I've gone from 26 followers to 31 followers from this article, which is great to see that Medium works. And this article is called Project Insider ARK is Printing. So I'm just gonna read it, guys. You can all see it on the screen, but the proof is in the numbers, and there is no bear market at ArkFi. It's been live for nearly 3 weeks now, and it is printing. Let's take a look at the numbers. We already know that ARK's pre-sale raised over $1.2 million in the bear market, and it's continued that meteoric rise with a market cap of 4.7 million, holding a liquidity of 1.4 million and a token price at the time of writing of $5.74 ARK. So does that mean you're too late? No, not at all. ARK's ILC is working like a dream, keeping the token price within its intended range and is around 10 to 12% above launch price, giving everyone the same opportunity that people had on day one. And you can see that being displayed here in that beautiful looking chart. The vault. There are many different strategies to adopt at ARK, and as everyone's financial situation and goals are different, so I'll share my own for reference. I have multiple wallets and have played around with the CWR to find what best suits me, and the results are amazing. Following a standard CWR of 1.33 to 1.5, which requires no legacy NFT or an additional investment, I have earned $272.36 of my original $1,000 investment back into my wallet, and compounded 83.25 ARK, which is $477.85 worth, into my principal balance, growing my investment substantially. And you can see that here from a picture that I've taken from the homepage from my vault. The foundation. The token and vault aren't the only thing to shout about at ARK. Foundation is a high yield savings account that offers over 100% APY and has amassed a total staked bond of $23,094 with a total value of $110,979. It also has utility in the form of access to your first downlines and entry to the Spark rewards pool. Your daily earned BUSD can be withdrawn back into your wallet or compounded into your bond, increasing your percentage of the daily reward pool. And just to add to its brilliance, there is no lock period. Then we go over the Spark rewards, which I think is everyone's favorite part of the day. The Spark reward pool is an ingenious system built with true decentralization in mind, where 50% of the daily tax collected by the Guardian wallet is given away in a lottery-style draw, using a built-in VFR, verifiable random function, to qualifying community members every day. To qualify for this, you must hold one level of bond or a legacy NFT, and it really is the cherry on top of an already fantastic protocol. There have been 20 Spark winners so far, with an average win of 125 to 130 ARK a day, and a total paid pool of 2,277 ARK with a value of over $13,000. This is obviously taken from the homepage of the DApp. Legacy NFTs. The legacy NFTs offer the best utility inside the system, in my opinion, and come in 3 levels: silver, gold, and platinum. Not only do they give you an entry to the Spark reward pool, but they give you access to your downlines, 3, 9, and 15 for the various, gold, silver, gold, and platinums. They allow you to adapt a more aggressive compound strategy to grow your principal balance faster, up to 13.1 from 1 to 1, and also give you access to the DAO, which gives you a vote on how external revenues are approached. If that wasn't enough, they also pay you daily just for holding them, and it is quite significant. The rewards pool so far is 53,820 BUSD and is split between the, at the time, 201 holders at different percentages depending on which one you hold. The pool is made up of 1.5% of token sales and 20% of the sales of NFTs, and 2% is paid out every single day. These are the numbers from, these can change. Obviously, these amounts will have changed since I wrote this article. But as you can see, they're all over 10% of the cost of the NFT. And this is, 21 days, 3 weeks into the investment. So, that is just absolutely fantastic. Overview. The ARK system is built for the bear market and has 3 passive income generators: the Vault, the Foundation, and the Legacy NFTs. All interact with each other to benefit the holders and the system itself. But the best thing is you are never too late to get on board the ARK. It has been built for the end user and focuses on safety, sustainability, and longevity. And then you just got the usual disclaimer at the bottom and some team information and some, the Telegram and website and white paper and whatnot. So yeah, a bit of a quick one.
Damn, son, this is a hell of an article, man.
Yeah,
sure you're not a pro? Like a professional writer.
I'm trying to get there, but
well,
yeah,
you're a hell of a salesman, but you're doing it in the written form, and I mean, I could read this and understand it. It's not too complex, and get really hyped up on the article. Project. The title, Project Insider. Talk about clickbait with backing it up with real data. So I'm blown away, man.
Thank you
Fantastic.
very much, sir.
Amazing job. This is quality.
So if we take just a quick look here at my my pinned article, which is my very first article that I wrote, I took the Project Insider and added it here because bit of clickbait, as you said. This is the article that I'd had the most traction from, 480 claps. So I've already got 5 more claps on the new article. And this is the article that has gained me 4 syndicate members. So, a bit of strategy there with the title. I think that's important. And then another thing that was very important that Brett pointed out to me is that the first line of your article is very important, because as you can see here, you can see it in the title. Excuse me, you can see it. When you're scrolling through the articles, you can see that first line. So a bit of advice for people that are writing articles: that first line, very, very important, because people see it before they decide to click on it. So we are now
I can see the next person, because that's such a good one, man. Project Insider, and it's not a lie, because you actually work here.
Yeah.
Are an insider.
Exactly.
Let's see. Probably somebody's gonna come up with the ARK whistleblower. Oh, the whistleblower! They come in, man. We're blowing the whistle, letting everybody know to get on board.
All aboard!
That's it. Exactly. There you go. You don't want to falsify anything. Of course, it has to be true information. But exactly as you just said there, I'm employed at ARK, so I am a project insider. So it is the truth, and people, they want to get the information from the right sources, and I think that might be a smart thing for people in the future to pick your title with a bit of strategy in mind. And it's doing really well. So thank you very much.
I did the article while you were giving the presentation. Please, guys, do go ahead and on Medium clap that up. It does make a big difference. And if we do it together as a community, we're able to, as we get enough volume, make sure that an article can really get published. Catalyst is not here tonight. He was here yesterday. He explained to us once that if it gets enough claps, you get send out in a newsletter that goes to people's emails, investors' emails, of course, and it's huge. They've had a handful of those articles, and it really makes a huge difference. So, I mean, that's something to aspire to. But I think if we build a habit here of supporting our article writers as well as our YouTube content creators who are promoting ARK, it benefits all of us. And dude, I'm in love with that picture.
Yeah.
that image is like, it's money. It's so money, dude. So
yeah, it's great.
Really,
that's a good attention grabber for sure. And I don't know, did we talk a little bit about this session? I don't know if we really teed it up. Have we talked about the all aboard sessions before, so that people know what we're doing here?
We have a post rotating in the bot that's posted every 6 hours. But yeah, I mean, it would be great to gain as much traction as possible. And then, what I don't want it to be is I don't want it to turn into like some kind of Coach Brad segment. I want it to be a community-based thing where everyone can come and essentially shill themselves and then get some good promotion for the project. I don't want it to turn into something from me. I want to, and you can see here in my drafts, the next one that we've got, Project Insider, how to make 100K in 2 years with ARK. So we'll be going over that very soon. Hopefully tomorrow we can do one of Catalyst's articles, and then I know that we've got Get Your Ace working on an article. I know that we have Betty working on a YouTube video. Both of those guys are from my team, and they are, we're trying to. I asked my team to step up and help out, and give them the opportunity that I've been given to present stuff. And the longer it goes, the more people hear about it, the more people can be involved, and they can shield themselves and get the spotlight, because that's what it's all about. We want to share the spotlight with everyone.
Yeah, I probably should have talked a little bit about the all aboard session before you jumped on, because that's exactly right. This is what we're trying to do here, is allow anyone in the community to bring forward their content, whether it's a YouTube video or an article, whatever else. Even if you're active on Twitter, for example, bring your content here, show us what you created, and get the rest of the community behind you live on the podcast to go ahead and clap, like, share, subscribe, whatever it is on the platform that you're posting it on. We'll go over and support that article or that YouTube video or whatever it is, so that the tide rises all ships. And I think that's the idea of this all aboard session that Brad's going to be hosting on the podcast every day. So this isn't a Brad session. It's really for everyone. We're just starting out with Brad's article today because I don't think, did we have some other submissions? You mentioned Catalyst, but if anybody else out there has a YouTube video or an article that they want to present live on the podcast, bring that forward. We kind of started that during the video and article writing contest that we held around the end of the pre-sale. And we wanted to continue that because we just felt like it was a great success, really motivated everyone. And it gives you a lot of kind of tips and, and insight into seeing what other people are doing that's effective and working. So yeah, Brad, thanks for sharing that. And let's get the content flowing. We had several videos today, so I'm hoping someone that's hearing what we're doing here on the podcast will come forward and share their videos so that we can all go over and support them.
Yeah, exactly that, Brett.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I mean, Brad, what you could do is contact these folks like from today. You know, Chris Stern and Crypto Unlimited 22, and have them come and host. I've invited the Bizy Dip guys from Australia. They're both going to come on and you know, be guests here during the All Aboard session
All aboard!
tomorrow. So you know, have the folks come, get their 15 minutes of fame, and the idea as we do this is, you know, if they're coming here to the podcast, we're going to rally our troops here to go and really, you know, leave comments and smash the likes and clap up the articles, and perhaps we even do like a some sort of a contest whereby that participation we can give an award away to some winners for doing that, because it does make a huge difference. So I think we've got the right intention and definitely the skills and the time to do this. It was already very successful when we tried this previously with the YouTube contest and the Medium article contest, which we will do again soon. But until then, we want to get this grassroots, organic. Let's create this section to get some traction. And guys, we got to create heat one way or another. People love the product. You just got to hear about it. And that is, I think, where we can come together and by just the click of a mouse button, we together can be very powerful. Let's get this crypto.
Well said, Atlas. Guys, I just one thing I forgot to do was I haven't actually posted that in the Telegram. I was waiting for this evening, so I've just posted that article in the main Telegram. If you could go over and clap it up, it's just helps the algorithm.
I already posted it when you were talking. Yeah.
Oh, I just reposted it.
But do say it, because I want not only the folks that are here present to participate, but the folks that are listening to the recording at a later time. It is pinned. So yeah, please continue. And if anybody has a question, right, they don't know how to do it, how to clap them cheeks, clap them hands, clap the article.
Yeah, great stuff.
Have a question on how to do it? And man, I love that you put the chart in there, Brad. The analytics, the data that you took the screenshot, compounded, withdrawn, the legacy NFTs. Dude, you killed it, man. You really.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the kind words. Just in case anyone's shy and doesn't want to ask, it's really, really easy to clap a Medium article. You just go to the link and then it's at the bottom of the screen. It just scrolls down with you, and you can clap up to 50 times. There's the more claps, the better. It just works the algorithm for the Medium platform. So if people could do that, that'd be very, very much appreciated. And in the future, when it's your article, we'll all do the same for you and comment on your videos and likes and all that good stuff. So thank you very much, guys. If anyone wants any help or advice, please bear in mind I've wrote 5 Medium articles to date. I started a month ago. I've had very, very good traction from that platform. I've already had 4 new members join my syndicate from Medium. So it works. The proof is in the pudding. The results are tangible, and I'm more than willing to help people. And my information comes directly from Patrick of Cryptozoa. He's the person that I asked for help and advice. I also asked Brett, who's fantastic at these things, but he's a little bit busy to be dealing with this stuff. So, please do contact me. I'm more than willing to help people. Even if you contact me and you say, Brad, I want to do this, but I don't even have Medium. We will just go through it at your convenience from beginning to end. All the tips and tricks from one of the best Medium, or not, let's not say best, but one of the most successful Medium article writers in the DeFi space, which is Patrick from CryptoZoa. So, this isn't Brad's information, it's Patrick's information through me. So it's very, very powerful. I learnt from one of the best, and I just really want to help other people do the same thing. So, if you wanna do it, let's get it done. We can do it starting right now if you want. So please don't hesitate to contact me.
Right. Can we get a let's get this crypto, Brad?
Let's get this crypto.
Wow, just look at the recording. Dude, awesome. Awesome. Yeah, let me compare it.
Let's get this crypto.
Wow. Awesome job, man. Hey, so what do you guys say we go ahead and do the Spark rewards for the night? And thank you all for your patience. I know we're pushing the time a little bit further down, but we want to make sure that we get as much content in the podcast, as many people involved as possible. So we're all ready. Let's make it happen, guys. So give me a quick second here. Go ahead and set it off. Start warming up those syndicate wallets, syndicate viewers. Here we go.
You are not sharing your screen currently, Atlas.
Oh. Thank you, sir. There we are. And tonight's winner, their wallet ends in 56EA 153.81 ARK. Congratulations.
Nobody
does
it better.
Dude, I thought scared. What?
I thought I opened a spam or something. Like that's perfect, man.
You got Rickrolled. You got Rickrolled. You got ARK rolled. No, wait, you got Spark rolled tonight. Wow.
I just wanted to mention that the foundation contract's looking juicy too. We've got 122,187 total bond value staked in the foundation. So the word is out for sure. Growing very nicely.
Check out that street value, the all-important street value of ARK. Because the crypto streets, they want some ARK in their vault. They want some ARK to put in the foundation as well. Hold on a quick second, guys. $878.25.
They say money can't buy happiness. Look at the fucking smile on my face.
Happy days. Happy days. And, as soon as we always get off the podcast, I spam that to all the groups where we've done AMAs. We know that they're investing in ARK. There's quite an array of them. Let's get crypto. Today, one of things we did during, the conclusion of the podcast over at the Future Lounge was to request that they allow us to do this. And I think it is effective. Hey, you're getting spammed. What am I getting spammed? Oh, crap. Another one, like DJ Callis said, and another one every night. They're like, you do this every night? Do you remember that, Brett? When they asked us today? But wait,
Yeah.
you do it every night? Yeah,
Yeah.
every night.
Giving away over $800 every night. Yep. For an investment that gives you an ROI and some utility in the project too. So yeah, it sounded like Z was going to buy, or K, sorry, Z, K. Sorry, Z. It was K. K was going to buy a legacy NFT after we talked about that, or at least get into the bond, the foundation contract to make sure he qualified.
It's crazy. I mean, it's almost that too good to be true, but it's true because you're seeing it every day happen over and over and over, and just continuing to grow. And we're just 3 weeks in, guys. Couldn't be prouder of this team. A couple meetings today, and just a bit of an overview, and understanding that our guys are so hungry, so passionate about what they're doing here to keep building. I mean, just the video that we showed here yesterday that Brett did, taking the time and uploading it. He's not a video expert, but we want to educate. We want to make sure that everybody gets the most out of this. So from every team member, so engaged, even understanding that there's folks that are calling Mr. Green, hey, can you help us here? Hey, can we do that? And complaining. I'm hearing complaints through the crypto streets of folks just like, hey, can you get Mr. Green for me? And I'm like, I'm sorry, he's just so passionate. We got a couple things that we're talking about over the weekend and we're implementing, and everybody understands what we're doing here and what this means for all of the investors and also for all of the team members. They didn't just sign on for, just to get the job done, which is generally how these guys, work. The web developers, the Solidity coders, the folks that are doing the databases, backend or security or set up your Telegram, and they move on to the next thing. But ARK is a project that just keeps on giving, and it gives really big once you start pushing out through that multi-year strategy. So the focus is unbroken. It's an unwavering commitment to our roadmap and adding to that and expanding on that. They're happy that we're here every single night. Podcasts, number 72. They look at us like, well, you guys are doing your end. You're not wavering. You're not getting tired. You're only getting started, and it's just being matched on all levels. We're all standing shoulder to shoulder, and I got to tell you, it's an impressive thing to see that. Sometimes people commit, but they don't stick to it. They're not consistent, and I think you've been able to see that consistency is key here. So just share a little bit of inside information for you folks. Dedication, passion for what's happening, and that the building is just nonstop. To see these guys on a Sunday, 2-3 hour meetings, and hey, okay, we're adding this script and we're doing this other part. There's a moment of pause for me personally and saying, man, these guys got better things to be doing on a Sunday. But that's if they weren't really passionate about what they were doing. They're here because they want to be here. They're here because they see the potential, and they're seeing the investors show up, and they're seeing the comments, and they're getting the DMs saying, hey guys, we love what you're doing. We love how you're doing it. We're making money. And this is becoming the all-time favorite. We're only 3 weeks out for so many folks. And they're starting to get confident. They're starting to get comfortable. They're starting to, think, hey, when am I going to invite James at the water cooler over for the barbecue? I want to talk to him about art. I had an investor wrote me today, and sent me a sample. Well, not a sample. He sent me a copy of email he sent out to an investor group. Those guys trade stocks. He's like, I don't know if they're going to like this, but you know what? I love it. And they'd be fools not to get involved. So he didn't go into specifics, but he says, you know, I'm in this, and I'm seeing the quality of what's been done here, the folks that are involved, the community, how my investment is growing. And if you're interested, hey, call me. Let's get this crypto. Mr. Z, are you ready for the DeFi session?
What's up, guys?
Doing good, man. You can't shake this FOMO off, man. It's infectious. Folks are going to have to start wearing an anti-ARK mask. Because, man, if you breathe this air, you're going to get that FOMO, man.
Let's go. Cool, man. Could I share my screen? Give me a second, guys. Everyone's well. Everyone's having a good Thursday. It's Thursday in Europe now. If you're still in Wednesday, you're in Wednesday. But let me just share my screen now. So there we go, guys.
Cool. And connected to the printer.
Absolutely, it's printing. We're printing, guys. Our Discord's looking pretty good, guys. We are 461 members now. And we also opened up to the international folks here. So you can see language channels if you are German, Turkish, Russian, French, Japanese, Italian. We got you all covered here. So you can, we've gone international. Soon we'll have podcasts in all these different countries and sectors and places. So we are building. I've been appreciating the boosters. There's been more boosters coming this way. So I appreciate the love. And we are updating things. Like if you can see the ARK logo on the top left, we started to animate it and also our icons animating. So we are working in the background, making it a better place. I'd like to show this meme that Terry Tibbs put up. If Terry Tibbs, you're looking at my screen, kudos to you. So it's The Rock getting 4.6 on my 10K loss locked for 2 years. So this is a bank, and he's like, and then the lady in the back goes, ArkFi pays up to. Exactly. We gotta have fun with this, guys. Like so I want to see more of these. Terry Tibbs has been killing it. Like the Spark price pool, ArkFi investors, $250 bond. You know, what was this film? Indiana Jones. You know, I'm loving these things, and I want to see you guys get creative. Is Terry here? No worries.
Terry Tibbs is always here.
Always here, bro.
Terry is always here, man. Terry Tibbs is pillar of the ARK, man.
You're a beast, man. Keep him coming. We'll do some prize rewards very soon for memes, but we need more of these kind of memes. They're beautiful. The general chat's been active as well. Many detailed questions. People are asking many strategies. Many asking how ARK works, and Mad Hatter and other Discord members have been pretty active. It's pretty nice to see. And we just had Killmonger. I hope Killmonger is here on the Telegram chat. He was trying to get on, so I kind of guided him here, and so did Akash. So that's a good thing. Now, in the DeFi space, guys, there's a bunch going on, but I think most of you, if you're looking at your charts right now, you're looking at Bitcoin price. So Bitcoin just pumped. So did Ethereum. So did BNB, and so did a bunch of DeFi projects. So we just hit 18K. The other thing is, like, you can see all the price action of Bitcoin and ARK within the Discord as well. We have a price tracking bot for Bitcoin. So it's at 17.9K. When it was at 18K, I saw the bell ring. So that's a beautiful thing. One thing like I think I'm gonna kind of put in the trader in me and kind of show you guys like to not be buying these tops. And there's a reason why things pump is because you have the core price index coming out. So the core price index comes out tomorrow, about an hour before New York sessions. And usually what happens is whenever these things, before they come out, prices do pump, and then the dollar raises itself, and these things dump. So just my advice, just to be aware of price action. But yeah, but crypto is up. If we go to CoinGecko right now, we can see that we almost hit $1 trillion there. But yeah, we're at 918 billion market cap. Everything's up. Bitcoin's up. Ethereum's up. Our favorite BNB's up. And things are looking bullish right now. But expect a dip. Whenever we see pumps like these, expect a pullback. I hope I'm proven wrong. I hope we go back to 18K and above to 19K if we want to. But I believe like from seeing previous knowledge that these things usually dip. So just be aware. Be aware of price action if anyone's buying this. Now we have quite a few things. A lot of you folks have been DMing me with projects. I realize, guys, like I cannot just like review play to earn or metaverse projects unless they have real use case, real partnerships. Because we have to guide you through layer one here. The reason we do DeFi is to understand layer one projects in much detail. So we will go through layer ones. There's some real good news with AVAX. So AVAX has partnered with Amazon Web Services, right? The title reads, Ava Labs partners with AWS to offer one-click node deployment. So AWS is something I've been toying with a little bit, and their cloud solutions for nodes are pretty cool, and it's pretty nice to see AVAX partner with Amazon to touch these nodes. So this is the official tweet. Are you guys able to see my screen? Brad, could you just give me the indication that you can see my screen?
Yeah, we can see it, brother.
Beautiful. So it's official. Amazon chose Avalanche to bring scalable blockchain solutions to enterprise and government. So this is little, you can say, Twitter reveal, partnership with AWS, and this is good for DeFi, guys. This means, I believe, Amazon has above 20 million node sort of ops. So they have a bunch of folks working on nodes there and on cloud services. So for AVAX to open up its mainnet to go through a bunch of testings and also allowing one-click node deployment, this is real good news for DeFi. So this is what the Avalanche app developers have to say. So it's been a huge boon for both individuals and enterprise developers to be able to spin up nodes and test networks on the fly with AWS, in which legal jurisdictions make the most sense for them. I'm proud that we've implemented a protocol that can accommodate millions of participants. Yeah, that's the thing, guys. To reach high TPS, you need big servers. You need not just servers. You need big acres of servers and land, and Amazon has that with AWS. So that's the news on Amazon, and this affected the price of Avalanche as well. If you look at AVAX price, is AVAX in the top 20? I believe it is. Yeah, Avalanche is up $16 because of it. So that's the news on AVAX partnering with Amazon. Guys, anything I talk about here, it's within the DeFi link. So if you go into DeFi links within the Crypto Streets subcategory on our Discord, you'll find all these links here. And the other layer one news that I have is Polkadot, one of my favorite mainnets, the most interoperable blockchain there is. So they did a whole breakdown of all their updates, and I've put the tweet out as well. And this also took price action quite up. So Polkadot is doing pretty well at the current. It's at $5 currently. And they have a bunch of you can say real world use case that they're working on through Kusama and Zora parachain. So keep an eye on that. There's a bunch happening with Polkadot. This was the tweet that Polkadot just came out with. So if we can go through it bit by bit, Polkadot roundup here. Despite the difficult years of industry, the Polkadot and Kusama communities were busy building larger. So yeah, this is the thing, guys. In DeFi, if your project is like in a pullback in a price action, make sure that they're building, and that's what Polkadot are currently doing. They have 74 parachains, 300 plus dApps, 500 plus projects, and 2,500 monthly active developers across the ecosystem. So they are really building, and these are a breakdown of all their things, and they're also coming out with their own stable coin. I think Polkadot is coming out with its own stable coin, and so is Cardano. So keep an eye out on that. So these are all the updates, and because of this roundup, I think I'm going to post this as well, this blog. I want you all to read this up. And it's a bit of education into realize, guys, that the guy who created Polkadot, Gavin Woods, he is the inventor of Solidity programming language. This is how we create smart contracts. So whenever you see a blog from Polkadot like this, do give it a read because their team is pretty insightful of what's happening with DeFi. So I'm going to post this here so you guys can read the Medium article. Yeah, so everything that we do educational wise will be posted here. And I think the last thing I want to cover is El Salvador. So El Salvador raised $1 billion for the first Bitcoin-backed bond. They're calling it the Volcano Bond. Isn't that really cool? So the title reads, El Salvador passes law paving the way for a volcano bond. The digital asset bill in the Legislative Assembly obtained 62 votes in favor of and 16 against. So there is going to be a bond issuance in El Salvador really soon. And it's going to be called Volcano Bond. It's going to be the first bond of its kind. That's going to be using Bitcoin mining infrastructure. And it's actually they're actually mining Bitcoin through volcanoes. So that's pretty cool to look at. So that's what's happening there in El Salvador. Apart from that, it's been great. It's been great having all the updates that we have in ARK, and may we continue our AMAs. We did a really cool AMA today. So we'll have that recording very soon. Realize, guys, you can also do all your recording. Like you can listen to all the podcasts within the Discord as well. We update them all here. We've done number 68, and I think that's it. Okay. So that's what we're doing, guys. We're integrating, and just like you see in Telegram. Telegram has updated quite because we want to make a collage of groups. We want to bring them all together, and we've done it here with our language channels. We've done it with our updates. We're adding more things, and you can also get all your Telegram announcements and Twitter announcements all here in TW announcements. So yeah, I think that covers the news for today. Today we're going to keep it short and sweet. But what a day, Brad! What a great article, man.
Thank you, Z. I appreciate that, mate.
Yeah. How does everyone feel with a good Bitcoin price and Ethereum price? Is everyone a little hyped? Does it make you feel good? Seeing the DeFi print?
I only got eyes for the ARK. It's such a nice feeling. Man, you know me such a long time, Z.
Yeah.
I can't tell you last time I opened up Trading View, brother. And the amount, like my neck, right? It's like jelly, man. It's like so like relaxed, and just the whole tension of looking at a chart, man. I feel freedom, man. I feel that I don't care what happens outside. I mean, and this is why it's so key to have you here. I like knowing what's happening, but not being subject or emotionally invested, or flopping and groping in a trade, and that whole tension and fear, and then the dopamine hit, 100x, I make 60K today. Like, brother, I don't miss it at all, from that leverage standing point. But even then, just here investing how we're doing, it's night and day, man. There's just a whole nother, calm, cool, and collected. That's what we always say that here. What about you, Brad, man? You come from that world, and I know you trade every day, Monday to Friday, Z. And
yeah, I don't. I'm not actively trading right now at all. Just watching projects, more for our own interest, over here at ARK. But I actually remember when you told me that you were gonna cancel your Trading View subscription. I canceled mine like a week later, and I haven't even opened it.
I always get the Black Friday sale. I buy the Jesus version. I don't know.
I should have done that. Yeah.
I always do that.
But I haven't
every year, and you know what? I don't know if I have it on auto. I'll probably have to check. Maybe it did charge my card, but because I think I have it on auto for Black Fridays. But we're so busy. I think I forgot to. Thank you for saying that. But dude, you get what I'm saying, right? You feel that difference of not.
Yeah, and it's just another distraction I don't need anyway, just because I'm so hyper focused on ARK that it sends you down rabbit holes that you don't even need to go down. Doing the passive income thing with this project is just it's freeing. It's a good word, I should say. It's freeing you from the chart, PA, and all the time and effort you put.
Completely. Yeah. And it's like, hey, do you want to go and work every day and stare at a chart and be stressed? Or do you just want to sit back and enjoy life and make money? It's like, wait, hold on, it's an easy one. I mean, the adrenaline hits, right, aren't there. I mean, we haven't, the Spark Prize and all that, but I feel a huge difference, Brett. I really do. And see, guys, it's. And I haven't felt
when we talked to Kay today. Yeah, the light bulb went off for Kay today, over at the Futures Lounge. And we were talking about, hey, start building your team, get your referral link out there. And then we talked about the auto allocator. And he's like, wait, this thing will I don't have to show up every day. It just runs for me in the background. And we went through the gas fees, and I was like, hey, it's more expensive. But, for me personally, this is my favorite investment right now. I don't have to mess with it. I just set it, forget it, walk away. I'll gladly pay the extra gas fee to not look at it for a month, And he's like, oh yeah, I'm setting this up right now. I'm going to do 2 weeks and try it out. And then, so yeah, I mean, it's very liberating for sure. And see, I did think of one thing. I spent a little bit of time, because I used to be a big XRP holder, still hold, but used to trade, the ISO 20022 coins. And, yesterday they had the big Flare Finance drop, which Flare is a DeFi project built on the XRPL. It's its own layer one, which is interesting, but it's a really big project for the XRP community. And it's the first large-scale DeFi project built on the XRPL. And then it was started with a grant from Ripple Labs. I think it's got to be 2 years ago. They went through a test net they built on they called it Songbird. And then they finally just did the airdrop of the Flare token, if that's something you want to take a look at. But another big DeFi project backed by the juggernaut Ripple, and that one has some promise. I think it has a lot of regulations and things built into the protocol, so it's ready for institutions and banks to participate in DeFi. So it might be worth looking at some point.
Yeah. Send me the links, and I'll do a little rabbit hole tomorrow. We'll look into it.
Okay. Yeah, that was kind of all over today. Of course, with the airdrop during the bear market, a lot of people sold their Flare that they received. If you hold, the way that they did a 15% of your total allocation was dropped yesterday, and then if you held, you're eligible for the additional, sort of like as an earn out airdrop over time. But a lot of people sold their bags, and the price took a pretty good dump. But now people are buying back today, I saw. So that was one of the things I was keeping track of. So yeah, that's another good one, I think, to watch anyway.
Should we look at it real quickly? You guys up for? I've got the article here, CoinDesk article. Look into it.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's get it, guys. Let's check it out. I will share my screen again. 1 second. Yeah, so Flare was airdropped to all XRP holders, and usually when an airdrop happens, we see a huge dump, and then we see people buying that dip. Those are our second, third time buyers. So the article reads, Flare tokens airdrop to XRP holders after 2 years. FLR price plummeted. The airdrop was long awaited for XRP community, with the project aiming to become a smart contract protocol that uses the XRP ledger. I'm telling you guys, like if XRP didn't go through the legal case that they have with the SEC, they would have been doing some great stuff. They would have been up there with Ethereum. Honestly, they had the devs, they had everything. So after nearly 2.5 years, Flare's FLR token was finally distributed to XRP holders starting Monday night in an event that generated a massive amount of chatter. Brett, do you mind me asking, did they airdrop a good amount, or was it just a few?
So the way that the whole Flare worked was, at the time they did a snapshot of all the XRP holders that allowed them to. Some of them were automated. So like if you held XRP on some centralized exchanges that participated in the Flare airdrop, then you got an automatic snapshot of your XRP holdings. And then they did a 1-to-1 Flare for each XRP you held. And in this airdrop, they did 15% of that total allocation. So it's significant. Yeah, the number of tokens they're dropping is significant.
That's a big amount, man.
I've holding for years in El Toro that I'd completely forgotten about. It's not a lot, but would I have been eligible for that?
If you held at the time they did the snapshot, and if El Toro participated in the airdrop, but there was a lot of exchanges. Like, I can't remember the number. It's been so long. Maybe it was a couple hundred or more centralized exchanges that participated initially in the snapshot. And so, like, let's say you held 6,000 XRP in your account, then you would have been eligible for 6,000 Flare throughout the airdrop schedule. So this was the first airdrop, and it would be 15% of the total that you're eligible for. So it's possible. I think El Toro, I'm pretty sure El Toro participated, because El Toro's big in Mexico, aren't they? Isn't that a pretty big Spanish and Mexican exchange?
I bought XRP and Dodge years ago when, I first heard about crypto, and I've had it for so long that I'd forgot I even had it until you just mentioned it. I thought, I've got XRP in one of my wallets, and I'm looking at it now, but I don't even know how to navigate El Toro. I literally haven't opened this for years.
So I remember El Toro being heavily centered still in North America, but I think a lot of the focus El Toro had from a marketing standpoint was in Mexico. And Mexico, believe it or not, was I think an early adopter of Ripple, and was looking at doing cross-border payments between Mexico and the U.S. using RippleNet. And so I would not be surprised if El Toro wasn't a participant in the Flare snapshot and also the airdrop, but I could be wrong.
This is really, really cool. I need to do a lot more research on Flare. It seems like they have a really good ecosystem. I want to know about its governance.
The issue that they had, so they had a flash loan issue on Songbird, I believe, which was the test net. and it really slowed them down and lost a lot of community enthusiasm.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just been so long, like you said, with the SEC case and, going on with Ripple and all of that kind of FUD surrounding it. It lost a lot of steam. I feel like there was delays on delays, and then they just didn't seem like they were communicating that well and executing that well on the Flare side. And there was a lot more community members talking more about Flare and not the team. The team did some AMAs I listened to, and they weren't all of that impressive. But they did get a large grant and funding from Ripple, and I think that they have the backing to be able to execute. But it's just taken so much longer than I think people expected, that it lost a lot of steam, and we saw that with the Flare dump. They're just not at a point now in a bear market launching this project and just having it be somewhat of a letdown, I would say, to the community. And so it just wasn't, it didn't live up to the hype, let's put it that way. And people thought it was going to come way faster than it did. It was just delay on delay on delay. Hopefully now they have the infrastructure and gone through the rigorous testing and a lot of the things that they did with the initial Songbird testnet, and they're ready to go live and be everything that people thought. My only concern directly with Flare, maybe you can answer this through your deep dive, is Flare's at the end of the day is the farm token, and I think it will be inflationary. So Flare rewards will be earned by people participating in the liquidity pools on Flare Finance. But Flare Finance in and of itself is not just XRP centric. So they can hold, and I haven't kept up with the plans, but there'll be many different DEX opportunities for different cryptos, not just Flare. And so there's a basket of currencies that they're going to support. I believe also there's several different wallets already connecting into Flare. So yeah, they have the infrastructure, and I think they have a pretty good roadmap. It's just been an execution issue.
Interesting. Yeah, I think I'll read through it tonight and tomorrow. I think this is a real good rabbit hole to look into, because this is the first thing like XRP has been associated with as in a good layer 1 project. So we'll go into this, we'll deep dive, and let's go Flare. I think it's at 4 cents right now. It's worth like buying a little bag and then forgetting about it like Brad does. And then waking up one day, it's worth $1. So yeah, that's Flare Network. Thank you for that, Brett.
I bought it at 90 cents. That's how long ago I bought it. So
yeah, Flare. The other thing I would say, this is nothing crypto related, but I've been playing with ChatGPT. If you guys know about the OpenAI thing, and you can actually, has anyone been playing with it?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. The only problem with it is you can't feed it. Like a few weeks ago, you could feed it information, that you could feed the white paper to it and say, summarize this for me. But currently, you cannot feed it information.
I think you can. You can.
I was feeding it information last night. So, yeah.
Yeah. We've been playing with it. And you can add value. So here, if you guys can see my screen, look what I'm doing here. Sorry, does anyone want to say something? Sorry.
I've done exactly what you're doing there, Z. One of the things I said to it was, write me a simple Solidity contract, and it just banged one out. I was like shocked.
Yeah. I was making it do like a clothing website thing. There's this other thing I use in Discord called what's this thing called? Midjourney. And I've been using Midjourney as an AI bot to just create some website designs. And check this out. Came out with these, if you guys can see my screen. So OpenAI, like AI is getting real, impressive, guys. Like it's creating websites like these. It's and this is something I gave it an image to play with, and then it created something like this as an outlay. Isn't that really cool? Look at that. So yeah.
Hey, have you played with have you gone into the playground and the actual site where you could actually adjust the temperature and adjust different things where the randomness?
No, I need to check it out. Send me, if you know any tutorials, send it to me. I'm gonna play with it.
What you do is you take out the chat in the open AI, and you just go to open AI, and then that's the main, and you log in there, and then there's a section where you can type in and go into the playground where you could actually go in and put raw material and play around in adjustments, where this just is a generic when you type in what you want it to do. But the other way is a lot more, you have a lot more, tools to mess around with and stuff. It'll create an image for you too. You could tell it, I want a picture of a modern size ARK boat. And it'll come up with 4, 5, 6 different, types of boats. And if you like it, you can click onto it and save it and or you could modify it or whatever. I mean, it's just incredible. This thing can do.
Yeah. No, awesome. I'm going to check this out, guys. Give me a second. So I've been super into it. That's it, right? Yeah. There we go. Text completion, image generation. And I'm going to play with this. I think every night I think Atlas is a big fan of AI. And I think we'll play around with this and generate some stuff and maybe some memes and stuff. That'll be pretty cool. ARK memes. We can do all sorts of stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna do a little split into that, and we can generate some stuff, some test completion. But I want to create some automation tools for commerce and even for crypto. I want to see if it adds to the smart contract in a different way. So yeah, that's my little deep dive into OpenAI.
How are you feeding it information? Because I just tried to feed it the quick start guide, and it said to me, I am what did it say here? Sorry, but I'm a text generating AI model. I don't have the ability to access any URLs you provide.
Not through ChatGPT, man. You do it through OpenAI. So you go to OpenAI here, you go to text completion or code completion here. And you can do it within this API, not through ChatGPT, but if you go to openai.com and go through.
Yeah, I apologize. I'm using a different AI. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's OpenAI. Okay.
Yeah, ChatGPT is part of it, but OpenAI is the main sort of, you can say, umbrella. So yeah, check out OpenAI. I'll talk more about it very soon.
Send me a link to please, if you don't mind, so I'm on the correct thing, because I think this is fantastic.
Oh, it's something else. Tomorrow we'll do a little tutorial. I'm gonna show you some real cool stuff that you can do with it for blogs, for creating images and creating really cool stuff, man. Like if you want to create, like, let's say a clothes website, and you want to create something like this, look at that. This is AI. You don't have to get a developer no more. Look at that. So yeah, I think that sort of covers my topic for today. Yesterday I went in a rabbit hole. Yesterday I went I think it was an hour into the session, and it really took a lot of my time. So I apologize for that. But yeah, I'll keep it short and sweet next time.
It's fine. It was cool too. But to answer your question, about the price, I went on a little rant, but we call that the scam pump, right? Just to load people up, and coincidentally, I get a lot of notifications from my crypto YouTube and Twitter, and Crypto Banter today put out an emergency alert video saying to all of his community, sell all your BTC right now, or you're going to lose 50%.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. He expects a big jump, huh?
So does Brett. Tell him, Brett.
No, I think we all expect. I mean, what they do is before core price index comes out, they artificially pump it. So now these things, the 18K that we're seeing, is just you can say a standpoint for this to now fall, right? And that's going to happen tomorrow, an hour before New York session. I hope it doesn't. I want to be biased and say I hope it stays at 18 18 and goes up, but we know how the market manipulates. So the dollar index is going to strengthen. It's at 102 right now. We know it's going to go back up, and it's going to be done through CPI tomorrow. So yeah, but 50%, wow, man, that's huge. What do you think, Brett?
Yeah, I don't think BTC will get punished as hard as maybe some of the other alts, but I think there are specific alts that will not do very well tomorrow. But who knows, right? Anything's possible in the matrix. So
Absolutely.
but I'm just not going to be surprised if we see some blood in the streets tomorrow. Let's put it that way.
It seems
buy some beans for gas. Let's buy gas for 6 months, for a whole year.
Well, yeah, that's
we're stable up, and you're arced up.
I used to only watch TradingView for like BNB and any gas tokens that I was using, because that's when I load up. Right when we get a correction, I have some dry powder on the side. I'd buy a bunch of BNB. It's always good to have BNB laying around anyway. But if you can get it for $200, that's a bargain in my view. So if you see those price levels, anything in the the 219, 220, somewhere down in there, $223 wouldn't be surprising tomorrow. Then I'll definitely be grabbing some BNB at that point.
Beautiful.
Got to run my auto allocator for ARK. Got to load up, throw a bean in there, and just walk away for what would that give me? Probably 6 months of auto allocation. Maybe a little more.
I like that. I like it. Yeah, grab some beans. It gets to $220. I'll buy some as well. That's awesome, guys. Guys, one thing I didn't share with you guys, I'm still doing things manually. Like I do 100% compound one day, and I do 100% claim the next day. It's become like a ritual. So everything.
We're trying to encourage everybody to go from that to like the 60-40, 50-50.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I mean, but you're in your alternating days. But if you make a mistake, you get yourself in a pickle. You can ask around. That's what's so cool about the fighters. Because I mean, once you set it there, you've got nothing else to do. I mean, you can pick the CBDR and then you put that on auto if you want, or just do it daily. But don't play that game. It can really backfire, because remember the 14-day average, 20-something thousand seconds really add up, or it can go in the other direction.
Right.
The video we showed last night.
Yeah, I did. I did read the video. Yeah, the one Brett put up. So I'll change. I'll get Brad on a call, and then we'll auto this auto compound thing.
Well, before you do that, there's a new tool that Mr. Green put out today. Have you seen it, Brad? Have we shared that with you?
Not a new tool, no.
Yeah, I'm going to send it to you. And we'd like for folks to take a look at it before going to auto allocation, because we want to make sure that you're going to be able to maintain the same ratio and not put too much pressure on yourself. So we're in no hurry, but that's part of the narrative too, of making sure folks follow actions. That's correct, Brett. For 10 days, 12 days, something like that, so they level everything out and it's smooth sailing from there.
Yeah, that's funny you said that, because I just sent Alex a message about adding that to the auto allocation, and I sent him a message and then also linked over to our CWR tips and strategies. Because you were doing an every other day schedule, I don't think it'll be that big of an issue. But it would be ideal if you ran a 50-50 on your own, so you could see how it interacts, or maybe even run a 60-40 for a little while, depending on how much you want to compound versus withdraw, just to make sure that you stabilize that split allocation schedule prior to jumping into the auto allocator. As long as you haven't done any back-to-back days of withdrawing, I wouldn't worry about it. If you've done every other, you're fine. Even if your 14 day schedule lands on a day where your withdrawal is at your 14th day, you will drop probably to like you'll drop below 1.0 on the auto allocator, but you won't get to the 0.75 as long as you've been consistent, in terms of how much that withdrawal is weighted against the other compounds in your schedule. But what we're seeing is the people that are, getting close, or we've had a couple fall below that 0.75, they've done like 4 withdrawals in 5 days. But the difference is that and that one compound that they did was like 3/4 of a day, and then they've waited till the timer expired to do the full compound. So they've got, heavy weighting on the withdrawals, and then not as much time on the compounding. So the contract's working beautifully, and but for some people they're surprised or whatever, and then we dig into the details. It's like, well, you're ripping ARK out of that into your wallet for the last double days in a row, and then you did a small compound, and then you did 2 full days of withdrawing. It's going to happen. So those are the cases that we've seen. So it wasn't surprising, I guess, that it happened. It's unfortunate, but just be careful. If you got a couple days where you've just withdrawn back to back, you better cover those off prior to starting the auto allocator, and then I would go on to a split schedule, where you do a 50-50 or 60-40 or whatever prior to getting into the auto allocation, so there's no surprises after a week or two running the auto allocation.
Absolutely. So what I've been doing is so I'll do like today was the compound. So I did 100% compound. The other thing I'm doing is whenever I do a withdrawal, I deposit that back into the vault. So let's say I compound and I've got about 20 of these ARKs, then I sort of compound. I'll put that back into deposits. So I always have this pending deposit every time I go the next day. I'll have you check it out tomorrow, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, you look good there. I mean, you could even run a 1.33. You're at 1.2. Yep.
Yeah, I'm running about 1. Yeah, I'm on CWR. I'm doing about 1.29. So it's between 1.1 to 1.29. The one thing that are we still recording? Should we conclude the recording? Because now we're just getting into technical support.
Yes, we're going to go ahead and end the recording for tonight. I want to thank everyone for their participation. We had a great podcast, I believe, tonight. We hope you found it educational. Congratulations to the winner of tonight's Spark Rewards, and the folks that are not here with us tonight and are listening at a later time. Thank you for also participating through listening to the recording. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m. EST, 11 p.m. UTC. Everyone have a wonderful night. Take care of yourselves.
Awesome.